Are you worried about the economy? You should be. According to Citibank's chief economist Nathan Sheets, the U.S. is experiencing a credit crunch, which will drive the economy off the cliff right into a recession or something a lot worse. Let's talk about this. So just thought I would take a quick minute, share some thoughts, try to compile more data to help paint a more detailed picture as to what's really going on here and what's at stake for those that's not a part of the community, that's not plugged in to these events as they unfold in real time. But sweet and simple, the Federal Reserve's tightening of money and credit and its ongoing banking turmoil are the main reasons for this prediction. Although the crisis will take some time to be obvious to the untrained eye, it's important to note that the credit crunch has already begun. More than 100 banks have already turned down extending credit for a developer's project, a clear sign that banks are getting more careful with their lending practices. And so if the banking model is based upon creating ones and zeros on a screen, then clearly they know something your average investor doesn't. The primary catalyst for the continued existence of the American dream has been the availability of credit. And as the debts come due, this has led to the great credit crunch caused by the accumulation of non-performing loans in the commercial real estate sector, the ongoing auto loan crisis, the lack of savings, and the credit card nightmare. If the credit crunch isn't bad enough, the economic numbers keep getting worse. And according to Longview's economic CEO, Chris Watling, the latest readings of the leading economic index for the U.S. shows that the country is well beyond your typical recessionary figures. Now we have Disney letting go of several thousand workers. We got Walmart and Bed Bath & Beyond are closing stores and going out of business completely. Central banks all over the world have been preparing for a restructuring of the world's financial system that will make history. While buying precious metals at the fastest rate ever should be all the evidence you need to understand what's really going on here. The Federal Reserve didn't announce their FedNow service going live in July for no particular reason. They know what their goal is and has everything to do with creating the infrastructure for the central bank digital currency, which every nation is working towards. While cash in your possession provides options, the end goal, according to the UN Agenda 2030, is to eliminate cash altogether.
We have to achieve the SDGs in 10 years. I'm going to talk about that, but with a quick introduction to the Better Than Cash Alliance. We're hosted by the United Nations, and we are an alliance of governments and companies and international organizations that are each committed, each has to commit before they join the alliance to moving away from cash to some form of digital option. We've got to solve this problem. And we have to solve it because we care about achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. Did you know that every single government in the world has committed to these? Every single government to agree to these. The government of Norway, the government of Australia, the government of Ethiopia, the government of Rwanda. And the timeline is 10 years from now.
The bottom line is that things are not looking good on the surface. But with every strategic attack by the enemy, the Lord always makes a way for his own. We need to prepare for the worst, but expect God's best. However, you can't expect his best if you're not plugged into him. Just thought I would take a minute to share some thoughts. Didn't want to be all doom and gloom. The world's not coming to an end, just the current monetary structure and perhaps the way of life we've all enjoyed for so long as the fiat system goes through a major overhauling. But curious to hear what you think. Share your thoughts in the comment section below and pass this video forward to others so that they can stay in tune with real news and not be left out in the dark. Anyway, I'll see you guys later.